I am Geraldine B. Moreno, Basic Math 1A, and welcome to my tutorial videos. In Subject Math 101, Advanced Algebra. In this tutorial video, our topic is all about complex number. Power I. I raised to n is the reason, and I raised to 0 is the value is 1. Any number raised to 0 is 1. I raised to 1 is I. Any number raised to 1 is the same number. I raised to 2 is negative 1. Definition. I raised to 3 is negative I because I squared times I equals negative 1 times 1 equals negative I. And I raised to 4 is 1 because I squared times I squared equals negative 1 times negative 1 equals 1. I raised to n equals I remainder. Divide n by 4 and determine the remainder. Let's proceed to example. So here, I raised to 35 equals I raised to 3. The answer is negative I. Why? Because 35 divided by 4 has a remainder of 3. And the value of I3 is negative I. So that's why negative I is the answer of I raised to 35. I will give another example using whiteboard for you to understand more about complex number in power I. So here example, number 1 example is I raised to 9. So we will figure out what value has the I raised to 9. So 9 divided by 4 has a remainder of 1. So I raised to 1. So the value of I raised to 1 is I. So the answer of I raised to 9 is I. So next example. I raised to 50. So we will find what value has the I raised to 50. So 50 divided by 4 has a remainder of 2. So it will be I raised to 2. So the value of I raised to 2 is negative 1. So negative 1 is the value of I raised to 50. So another example. I raised to 16. So 16 divided by 4 has a remainder of 0. So no remainder. So it will be I raised to 0. So the value of I raised to 0 here is 1. So the value of I raised to 16 is 1. So that's it. That's how to find power I. Thank you for listening, everybody.